Shalom, Mak. This is your brother Yeshamai. Before I get into this message, I want to start off by giving all praises, all glory, and all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kwakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom rule and teach well, of whom I learned from. And this message is going to be a foundational milk message, but it's going to be going into the name of Yahweh. But before we get into the name, we're going to find out who covered it up and why they would cover it up. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started with this video, and then we'll talk about it. We'll get a couple scriptures. So, for those that are, I know some of you brothers may be familiar with this story. The guy that created the water engine, he ended up getting killed. And I mean, this happens all the time. You know, same thing with Tesla. When he found out how to get free electricity, they say that he was killed because Thomas Edison and the government wanted to make money off of selling it to you, and they couldn't make money selling it to you if you can get it for free. Just like with the pharmaceutical companies, a lot of people for the past several years have had their suspicions that cancer can be cured, but of course in the pharmaceutical companies, they don't want to tell you that, because if they tell you that, they lose money, they lose their position of power. Same thing with the diabetes. Now there's a drug that was invented by China that can cure diabetes, and America and its news media are trashing this drug because, again, they don't want to cure you. They want to make money off of you. They don't want you to be elevated and be better. They want to keep you sick. They want to keep you down. And then they want to sell you the medicine all of your life so that they can stay in their power of position. So I put this out there, and I put this information out there so that we can see the nature of this person. We can see what they will do if they know that they have access to help you, or if they know something that can help you, they will not give it to you. They will prevent it to you. Okay, this is the nature of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. So now, let's get some scripture here, keeping into mind how he is, his history, and how he acts when he comes across something that he knows can be beneficial towards you. This is Proverbs 30:4. Who has ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? So this is a mystery. This is a bigger mystery than cancer. This is a bigger mystery than the water car. This is a bigger mystery than, the diabetes pill. What is his name? And the crazy thing about it is that we have the name. We got the name through our elders, through the Spirit. It was given to a Judite brother, just as it was prophesied to have happened in Genesis 49, that all of the nations would praise Judah, because Judah would bring us into salvation. How would Judah bring us into salvation? By giving us the name, all right, through Yahweh and his Spirit being shed on Judah, Abba Bivens, to give us the name. Okay? So what is his name? It's a very, very simple question. But, another question too is, why is this even in the scriptures? Because the Most High knew that we were going to stray, and the Most High knew that somebody would try to hide it and keep it from us. Okay, so this is a Paleo Hebrew. And at the bottom, you have the Paleo Hebrew, and then at the top, you have the Assyrian Hebrew. Okay? So, for example, is, that backwards, like parentheses. And then on the top left, we have Ta, which is, kind of looks like a bullseye. So it's a converter, Ta in the Paleo looks like a bullseye, but at the top, it looks like, I don't know, like an upside down mountain, I guess, But I'm going to show you what the name is. And this is basic stuff now, but before we didn't know it. So let's go into the blue letter, and let's go into Exodus 6, after the Most High gives the name to Moses. Let's go. Exodus 6 and 3. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of the Most High Almighty. But my name, and right here says Jehovah, was I not known to them. So now let's get that name, because it says his name. Okay. So you see here, it says Jehovah. But at the top, we have the Assyrian. This is very simple. Let's go through step by step. And when you're reading Hebrew, you read from the right and to the left. So it's not like English where it's from the left to the right. It's from the right and to the left. So the right, you see kind of like an apostrophe. We see three characters here. We see somewhat of an apostrophe. We see a little house, an upside down L, and then that same little house. So there's three characters. So now, let's go back into here, and let's look for that little apostrophe. That little apostrophe is right here. It's on the second column on the right. Yah. Do you see that? That apostrophe? Yah. Okay? That apostrophe makes it sound Yah. Okay, so we got the first one. It's Yah. Then we go back, and we see that little house there. So now let's go back to here, and then we see that little house right there. Ha. Okay, so right now we got two words. We got Yah from the middle right, then we got Ha from the top middle, and then we have a little upside down L, if you will. So we got Yah, and then we got the upside down, which is Wah. Okay, there is no other characters for you guys to get it confused, by the way. Please don't try to be a smartass. We see Yah, Ha, Wah. Okay, it's Wah at the top. Yahweh, and then back to the house, it's Yahweh. Alright, so it's spelled out Yahweh, but said together it's Yahweh. Yahweh. Alright, so that's the name. And, coming into the truth, when you see this, it's like, why are we still calling? Why are our people still calling on so-called, small J, Jesus? Why are they calling on Jehovah? Because look at the Annunciation, which is the gray in the middle. There is no Jah. Where's the J sound? There is no J sound. And there is no J. Okay? So it's like, why are we still calling on this? For the same, the answer is we're still calling on our people are still calling on that fake name because for the same reason that we're still driving gas cars, because this has been kept from us. The same people that kept that water car, the same people that keep the cure for cancer, same people that kept the cure for diabetes have kept us from the name, man. But you see very easily through the blue letter, his name is Yahweh. So why does it say Jehovah? There isn't a V either. There is no V. Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zahata, Yaka, Lama, Nasa, Ipa, Tazakwa, Rashata. Where's the V at? That's not his name. His name is Yahweh, okay? So let's get a couple more scriptures here. Who got the name? It was given to Abba Bivens through the Spirit, all right? And of course, just as it had to line up, according to Genesis 49, that the 12 tribes would praise Judah, and we do praise Judah. You so-called Hispanics, you so-called natives, we praise Judah because it was through Judah that we were set free. It was through Judah that we got the name. Just as it is written in Amos 3:7. Surely the Most High will do nothing, but he reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And we know his servants and the prophets to be the Israelites, you so-called blacks, natives, and Hispanics. All right, so once you know what the real name is, then anyone that's giving you a fake name is your enemy then. Because now if you know, for example, that they have the cure for cancer or they have the cure for diabetes and they're still selling you a diabetes drug treatment, to help get you, keep you alive for 50 years, which, by the way, it's completely sick, man, because, think about it. When HIV first came out, it was a death sentence, but then, and by the way, I'm pretty sure they've always had the cure for it, but when it came out, it was a death sentence. And then they mentally screwed you by saying, okay, well now, if you pay us, we can make you live, for another 50 years. But it's like, they got the cure the whole time. It's fucked up. So this is Matthew 7:16. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? So what this is saying is that we need to know who these people are. You can't get, you don't pick grapes from a thorn bush. You can only get what that man is. And we know the Most High parallels or talks about men as he does with trees, just like the dream of Nebuchadnezzar. So even so, this is verse 17, even so, every good tree brings forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree brings forth evil fruit. So anybody that's not preaching the name is bringing evil fruit. And anyone that is preaching the correct name is the correct tree, the correct person that you should be listening to. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So if you're not teaching the name, if you haven't built on the chief cornerstone, then just turn it off. Just turn it off, man. All right? Let's see here. And we know this to all be part of prophecy. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And we know that this was given to him through the blessing of Esau. This is Genesis 27. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now, This is talking about them covering the name from us. Them giving us the name of Jehovah. Giving us the name for Jesus. Giving us the name for Yahweh. Always trying to keep us. Again, the same people that stole that water car and kept it from you are the same people that kept you from your power. Why? Because they knew that once these people have the name, we're done. Once they know who they are, they will know who we are, And how did we know who we were? By getting his name. So now you have the name. And now, according to, just as it's stated in John 8:32, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Free from what? Free from sin. Matter of fact, I think it's a couple more verses here. 34. Yahweh shall answer them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin. We were servants to sin. And that's not to say we don't still sin. We do, but we are more circumspect. How were we servants to sin? We were servants to sin by calling on the wrong name. By not knowing who we were, by eating things that we shouldn't have been. That's how we were servants to sin. Not knowing our power, not knowing who we were. That's how we were slaves to sin, man. So, matter of fact, there's another. So when you understand the name, okay. Now this is very important here. When you understand the name, you understand what's been done to hide the name. When you understand what's been done to hide the name, you understood who hid the name. When you understood then who hid the name, then you understand why they hid the name. Why did they want to hide the name? Then when you understand why they want to hide the name, then you get upset. When you get upset, you start to seek more truth. And as knowledge increases, so does sorrow. Okay? For example, for those that may not be aware of the whole water car, or people that may not be aware of the whole diabetes cure, when somebody reveals a secret to you and says, damn, we've been able to solve cancer and all these people have died, we've been able to we could have been running our vehicles on water, and I've paid tens of thousands of dollars in gas. Imagine what I could have done with that. When you see that, what do you start to do next? You start to find out more. Okay, what else have they done? And then once you find out all the evil shit that a certain group of people have done, then it's like, oh, okay, so then you really are the devil. You don't go back to trusting them, man. So, to know the name means a lot. Okay, it's a very simple sentence, but to know the name, it means a lot. Okay, again, because you know who you are, you know who they are, you know what they've done, you know why they've done it, and you also go back and you see their history and you see how sick these people are. So with that being said, check this out, because now understanding that, this verse carries more weight. Check this out. Matthew 24:9. This is Matthew 24:9, and I'm going to close it with this. But again, understanding the name, understanding who they are, all of those things mentioned before, apply that here. Matthew 24:9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Who's they? And shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So again, that the scripture is so much heavier, because in the Christian church, these people are going to round you up for calling on Jesus, that fake name we gave you. No, they're going to round you up for knowing the name of Yahweh. That's his name. What is his name, if thou canst tell? Well, his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. And this verse is talking about what they are going to deliver you and kill you and put you in jail for knowing the name of Yahweh. And it's not just for knowing the name of Yahweh, because for those that know the name of Yahweh, know who the enemy is. They know what they've done. They know what's to come. And that to them is a harm. Just like they took the water car. If you know the name, when that man found out how to make that water engine run on pure water, he became a threat to them. And what did they do? They killed this man. They offed him. And then later on came and took his shit, man. A week later, it says they broke into his garage and stole his information. And that's the same thing that this verse is talking about. We know the nature of that person now. They shall kill you for my name's sake, for Yahweh. Okay, so I hope this lesson has been edifying on the name, the nature of this people, and what it means to know the name. And with that, I say shalom.